Welcome swim fans to my Derwent River Big Swim video. So in the lead up to this swim, we're doing between 25 and 30k weeks. In the pool, we're doing a little bit of work in the ocean, including the Geo Bay swim, which was a 20k swim from Dunford to Busselton, which was really the test. If I can get through that, I should be okay for the Derwent River swim. So we had an early start, leaving the hotel at about 6 o'clock to get on the boat ramp, walk to the boat, which saw a beautiful trip up the Derwent River. Where I kind of got a bit of feel for the enormity of the swim I'm about to undertake. On the trip up, was definitely gobsmacked by the scenery on offer. Had been to Tasmania, go to Tasmania. And at about 8 o'clock, we set off after some sunscreen and some ocean grease, and we're good to go. As you can see, it's pretty stunning. We had an early failure of the goggles, so we had to change out the goggles. But other than that, everything went according to plan. So as you can see, the weather conditions for the first half at least were on point. No wind, plenty of sun, which is good in the back. The river was a little bit cold, not as cold as we expected. We maintained the feeding plan of every 30 minutes, 60 grams of carbs, and worked really well. The first big milestone was hitting Bridgewater, where we passed under 3 separate bridges, one construction bridge, one normal bridge, and I believe another construction bridge. This is currently all being replaced, and we hit it in a time of 4 hours and 1 minute on the dot.
Bridge number 1. About 8 metres, 10 metres. Bridge number 1, pretty awesome. Here we go.
As you can hear, we've got Heath and his daughter doing a really, really good job of keeping me safe and navigating the way down the river. Both very experienced boaters. Heath particularly impressed me with his boat safety. Very careful, very cautious, very by the book as well, which is really good to see. Highly recommend Heath.
Clear. What's that? Probably about now. Hey, Mount Wellington.
Now, at this stage, as you can see, there's a bit more wind around. However, I was buoyed by my first look at Mount Wellington, which is a pretty big landmark, because in Hobart you can't really miss it.
Getting a bit rough.
As you can probably hear from that last clip, the wind has definitely picked up by this point. As has the chop, and I was swimming straight into the southwester. And you can see me there getting a bit thrown around. What was really key in this part of the swim was a really strong focus on the journey and the process as opposed to the outcome. Because I spent the whole time thinking about, am I there yet? Am I there yet? It's not going to be a good time. Instead, I just set micro goals, swim past that house, get to that head, swim faster so I can get past that boat faster. Little things like that really made a big difference. So by the time we'd reached the second last bridge of the swim with six-ish Ks to go, the wind did abate a little bit and we did get ourselves out of the wind. However, it was still pretty challenging.
We got a bit more visible now, which is nice. And the zinc works.
As we pass the zinc works, starting to feel pretty home and hosed. Obviously, still a fair way to go, but I was feeling pretty confident. At this stage, we did nearly have an altercation with a Mona ferry. However, at the last minute, I believe they saw us and came left and gave us plenty of room. Now, as you can see on the right of the screen, there's a lovely big bridge over the Tasman Bridge, which is pretty big. It's not a small bridge. So it actually got quite cruel in the sense that due to the size of it, you thought you were there. Like you thought it was far closer than it actually was, which got quite frustrating. And I definitely upped the stroke count. According to Heath, who was monitoring my stroke count, I got up to about 60 strokes per minute, which is probably a little bit much at that point of the race.
17:33.52. That is awesome. Good job, James.